negotiations with Floyd Mayweather falls through. We haven't heard it from your voice as of yet. Why did that fight fall apart?
I think there's a lot of, Floyd reason. That's why the fight is canceled.
Manny, there was a lot of negotiation with the type of blood testing that would be for that fight. A lot of fans are wondering, why not submit to WADA-style testing? Why wouldn't you do that?
I'm not saying that I won't submit the blood testing, but not the day of the fight, because it's going to be affected of my condition. I will admit blood testing before and after the fight, but not the day of the fight. I tried that before when Morales won, and it's very disadvantage to me.
You did blood testing before the Eric Morales fight?
Yeah, Morales won fight. We did blood testing.
Before the fight, you had a blood test that day?
Yeah, I lost that fight because I feel I was so weak in the fight and so tired.
Floyd Mayweather said 14 days before the fight to the fight. Like, you wouldn't get tested that day of the fight, but a full 2 weeks before you couldn't be tested. What about 15 days before the fight? That would still bother you?
15 days before the fight, I'm in heavy training, and it's gonna be affect to my heavy training on that time, and I think it's not good to have to do a blood testing on that.
Bob Arum has promoted some of the biggest fights in recent boxing history and now joins us to talk about Manny Pacquiao. Let's get to the topic that really everyone's talking about. Why didn't the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. go off?
As far as drug testing is concerned, relating to blood, that's a wholly different story. Because if a man is in training for the fight and you take blood from him, it weakens him for a period. But worse than that, if you take blood from him, you've given blood in hospitals. You know that the nurses sometimes can't find the vein. They keep poking and poking and poking. And by the time they get the blood out, you...
Game of Shadows by two San Francisco Chronicle reporters claims that Bonds used steroids for at least 5 seasons beginning in 1998. Now, Bonds denies using any banned substances, and he has never tested positive for any.
Why would you walk away from $30 million on the table just not to take some blood, just not to take a test? If you're clean, what do you have to hide? Now, in no way am I saying that I think Pacquiao is dirty. And no way am I saying that all the blame goes away from Mayweather in not making this fight. All I'm saying is that that is what the regular man, the common man out there, and he has a right to think that and to say that. Why would you not make that fight if you're clean? Now,
Teddy,
some of my sources...
Teddy, let me just say one thing. I bet you if you were training Pacquiao, though, you would only allow yourself to be dictated to so much. What about that?
Listen, taking a blood, neither one of us are doctors, but I can tell you that doctors have stated that taking blood for a test does not weaken you. It does not. Now, psychologically, some people don't like it, but hey, Pacquiao had some tattoos on him, I think I saw, so you can't say he's afraid of needles. I don't think we can go and say that. So, you know, if it's really taking the blood, from what I understand, Mayweather's people were willing to make a concession where it would be 2 weeks away, where he would have enough time, if that was really the fear, that it seems like that could have been overcome. Look, my thing that I can answer this, again, from sources that told me, they said that people in the Pacquiao camp sent a couple of emails to the Mayweather camp a few weeks ago, about 2-3 weeks ago. And the first email was, what would the penalty be if our guy tested positive? The second email was, if he did test positive, could we keep this a secret for the benefit of boxing? Now again, I don't know, other than my source, who I trust, told me that he saw those emails. Now I also know that Tim Smith, the columnist from the Daily News, reported on the same thing I just said. Now, if that's true, again, that doesn't prove anything definitively, but you just wonder why those questions were being asked.